Everyone, it's Wendy from Wendy's World, and this is my very first YouTube video. I am so excited. I thought I'd start it off with a comparative review between my well-loved Nespresso Next machine and the Keurig Crema that just came out this year. Now, both have a lot of similarities actually, but the quality is quite different between the two, as well as some of the features. I'm going to start with the new Keurig Crema. And what I liked about this machine is that it did supposedly produce a rich, frothy crema that I've grown to love from my Nespresso machine. It also has 5 different size options, which I thought was very convenient. And if you didn't like the crema, you can do a classic roast as well. Now, while the Keurig machine might have a lot of features, the Nespresso machine is pretty much a one-size-fits-all machine. So let's start with the measurements. The Nespresso, height-wise, measures about 12 inches tall, while the Keurig measures almost 13 inches tall. So if you're anything like me, and you have pretty short space in between your counters and your cabinet height, you may want to consider the Nespresso. I'm going to also start with 2 bold coffees to give it somewhat of a comparative review. Let's open the Nespresso. We're going to put the pod in. Close it, open the Keurig, and for this one, I'm going to run a 6-ounce brew because that's pretty much close to what my Nespresso makes. I think Nespresso is like 7. I'm also going to use the pressure setting, which will give it that rich, frothy crema, and we're going to hit start. Now I'm using 2 glasses here so you can see with clarity the foam that comes out of both. The thing I don't like about the Keurig is that they say to get the most crema you have to put the cup as close to the spout as possible. This is about as high as this short cup goes. So I'm not too hopeful. With the Nespresso, it doesn't matter what height you adjust the cup to. The Nespresso is made by DeLonghi. The Keurig is made by Keurig. And I don't know, aesthetically the Nespresso just looks nicer. There's a metal tray, there's the metal part up top, while the Keurig is plastic. Now look at the difference. This is where I was kind of blown away a little bit. Look at all the crema that a single pod is giving me on the Nespresso versus the Keurig, which you can barely see. The Nespresso is still running, so there is a little bit of a run time on the Nespresso, but not much. I mean, you still have coffee in under a minute. Now, Nespresso uses centrifugal force while making its coffee, so it's going to spin and aerate a lot of crema in there. I don't honestly know what the Keurig does, but it's definitely not spinning. Because I think the reason why Nespresso is a louder machine is because of all that air spinning. So let's compare the final product. This is the Nespresso. This is the Keurig Crema. You can actually see the coffee peeking through onto the crema. It's a huge difference. Now, while the pods may be cheaper to buy with Keurig, the Nespresso coffee is ethically sourced. It's a much richer, less bitter brew, and I 1000% am keeping my Nespresso. And sorry, Keurig, bye-bye, you have to go back. Very disappointed in this product. This is not crema. This is a tiny, tiny bit of foam. And I used 2 comparative pods, and the Keurig tasted a little bitter. The Nespresso, perfection. I could drink this black. Heat-wise, they both feel about the same. The Keurig might be slightly hotter, but it's not enough to make a difference in my preference. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like and subscribe for more. Thank you. Have a great day.